or let's just say for any reason, something happened that you didn't like, whatever the case may be, right? We need to make sure that we give our people the benefit of the doubt. The same way we do when we go to Walmart or Target or the little Asian store down the street, all these places that we spend our money with, these people sometimes can mistreat us and do things that we don't like, and we still go back and shop with them. You feel me? So it's important that we give our people that same type of liberty. You know what I mean? So let's get this thing popping, man. The first thing we're going to do today is discuss our black businesses with the Black Business Spotlight. Now, this normally I do two different businesses, but today I'm gonna do two different businesses, but it's by the same person, right? Yesterday I interviewed my brother Kwame Curry, who is a serial entrepreneur. I gave him that name yesterday, who is a serial entrepreneur, and the brother got several different businesses, right? But today we're gonna talk about two of his businesses. The first business on the Black Business Spotlight on today's show of the Melanated Convo podcast is Koci Media Graphics and Printing. So if you're a business owner, if you have an event coming up, if you have something that needs to be done expediently, this is the brother to go to. He can do graphic design, which will be logos, flyers, business cards, things like that. The brother does web design as well, e-commerce and standard social media. He does custom printing. So, a couple years ago, here in Sacramento, I do a softball game every year for Father's Day. COVID has kind of put a cramp in that, but this year we're going to do it again. But I say all that to say the brother helped me with my shirts a couple years ago. So he does quality. He does a quality job too. You know what I mean? So that's the important thing to understand. Like when we support black businesses, it's one thing to just support us and do it because the person's black, but really, if we want to help out, we should make sure that it's a qualified business, right? We should make sure that it's a qualified service. And my brother Kwame, he does a great job. Like the quality of his service, I'm sure you'll be happy with, right? So again, to find these services, it's Koci Media Graphics and Printing. You can go to KociGraphics.com. That's KociGraphics. That's KociGraphics.com. Again, the brother has logos, flyers. He helps you with social media. He can do like email marketing, TV, radio, billboards, whatever you need, right? So go to Koci Media today. Koci Media today. And again, this is a brother that I've actually done business with. So he's a great businessman. The prices are reasonable because we need to get off of this price shit. Sometimes we feel because the person is black, because the person looks like us, then for some reason you should get a discount or they should hook you up and all this. That whole mentality is unproductive, family. We need to be willing to pay exactly what they want, the same way we do when we go to Gucci or Fendi or all these other white folks who don't give a shit about us. You know what I mean? So we need to treat our black business the same way. Pay what the person is worth. Me and Kwame was talking about this yesterday when I interviewed the brother. Like, respect people's time. Like, we need to understand that black businesses, when you're supporting a black business, understand that they're putting time and effort into presenting whatever product that they're giving you. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Like pay whatever they're charging for their services. And you never know if we get to a point where we're continually supporting people and they're really popular and they're really successful, maybe then they can bring some of the prices down, whatever the case may be. But we have to help out. And we can't expect the goddamn hookup all the time. You know what I mean? So let's get everything going, man. So that's Koci Media Graphics and Printing. My boy Kwame Curry. So if you need a flyer, you need some graphics, you got an event coming up, my boy will be able to take care of you. The website again is KOCI Graphics, GRAPHX.com. You feel me? So let's go. Next business. Like I said, the next business is this brother's second business. He got like three or four businesses. That's why I called a brother a serial entrepreneur. You feel me? So we'll go to the brother's next business. And keep in mind, today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about all of the Asian people being mistreated, or so has been reported in the media. We're going to dig into that. We're going to dig into, many of you may not be aware of the term Uncle Tom that we use. I'm going to break down the origins of that term and what we should really be saying. Also on the show today, we have a story about, I'm sure everybody is seeing what's going on in Boulder, Colorado, the unfortunate incident where we have, an individual go inside of a store and kill like 10 innocent people. So we're going to talk about that and some of the dichotomy surrounding that situation. I also have a story about, a woman in Indianapolis who last month, she was murdered by police in 2019, but her family is trying to sue the city of Indianapolis or the city of Indiana. So we're going to go over some information about that, and just talking about how we should be patrolled in our neighborhoods. And again, I know sometimes people get tired of the stories involving police shootings or the stories involving police misconduct. But unfortunately, y'all, if we want this shit to stop, we have to continue to talk about it. And sometimes people tell me, well, police don't just hurt black people. They're mistreating Asian people. They're mistreating white people. I beg to differ. I don't think nobody in America gets treated like we get treated when it comes to police enforcement. And I'll stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And even if there are one-offs where other members of different communities are treated fucked up by the police, I have to focus on what happens to our people. You know what I mean? So let's get this thing going, man. The next business, again, by my boy, Kwame Curry, the next business that we're going to talk about is his clothing line called Koci Clothing. Koci Clothing, Koci, Koci Clothing. Now, if you go to his website, which is shopkoci.com, you will see that it has a lot of different things on the website, right? He has men's clothing, women's clothing, kids clothing, a lot of different hoodies, a lot of different sportswear. He have masks available. If you're someone who needs him to design you a shirt, he can actually design the shirt for you. If you want to put like screen print, like unfortunately if there's a funeral or something going on like that where you guys need shirts, he'll be able to take care of that for you. If you want to put like a family portrait on the shirt, he'll be able to do that. And again, me being familiar with the brother, the quality of the clothing is great. And that's something we need to always focus on, y'all. Yes, we should support black businesses, but we should support qualified black businesses, because you're doing your partner a disservice if you know that his product is shitty and you supporting him and not keeping it real with him. I'm not saying don't spend no money with him, but you got to let him know. You got to put him to the side. Again, you're not going to go online or blast him off some way like that. You're going to pull him to the side and let him know, hey, look, man, this could be better or that could be better, right? We just need to take the time to communicate with each other opposed to just using social media or going behind somebody's back and talking some shit. You know what I mean? So let's get it going, man. So that's Koci Clothing. You can find the clothes at shopkoci.com. Again, there are several different shirts from sports attires, talking about the 49ers, the Raiders, all different sports teams. He has a lot of shirts angled at black liberation, which I personally like. He has shirts, he has a Nipsey Hussle shirt, a Michael Jordan shirt, Kamala Harris shirt. The designs are really creative. And again, I've experienced the brother's clothing firsthand. So not only is he very creative, but the quality of the clothing is the shit. So go to shopkoci.com. You may have a birthday coming up, you know what I mean, an anniversary, you know what I mean, something like that. Always a great time to buy some nice gear, right? And again, we spend a lot of money outside of our community on clothing. A lot of money outside of our community on clothing. We like getting fly. Try to support a black business, because I'm not saying we live in a predominantly white society, right? And a lot of the infrastructure in this country isn't black shit, right? So we understand that. So am I saying every product you have in your house or in your closet should be a black product? I mean, if you can, but if not, just even it out, right? If you want some Gucci shit, or if you want to go and spend a lot of money with a popular designer that's not black, it's your money, family. You can do what you want to do. But try to mix that shit in with somebody who look like you. That's all I'm asking. You buy some Jordans, go to the Black Dollar store and buy some of the shoes they have there. And the shoes, I told somebody that one time and they frowned their nose up at me. The shoes aren't $1, but they have athletic shoes designed or inspired by our ex-leaders, inspired by Malcolm X, inspired by the Black Liberation Movement, right? And these are shoes that I have myself that are extremely comfortable, a lot less expensive than some Georgia or some shit like that. This is, a lot of this, y'all, is a mindset, family. It's mentally deciding that we are worth it. Like, it's mentally deciding that we are quality too, right? Because I'll have a pair of these shoes on, which honestly, and again, this is a different business I'm going to, but whatever. The blackdollarstore.com, these are the most comfortable running shoes, the most comfortable athletic shoes that I've had in my 40 years of living, right? And I'll have these shoes on, and somebody will be like, damn, what is them? Thinking that it's some designer they know. Once I tell them, hey, I got it from the Black Dollar Store, they was $60, they're like, ah, they get to frowning up at me, right? Y'all, this is the mentality. This is the mentality. We need to realize that we make shit cool. Black folks make shit cool. Whatever is, for the most part, in pop culture, the fashion and the culture that we represent is what is used by the entire world. Whatever we say is cool, they say the shit is cool too. You know what I mean? So we need to continue to be trendsetters and not be so caught up in labels, not be so caught up in branding. Because I understand that from our communities, a lot of us have been disenfranchised, or a lot of our families have been disenfranchised, right? So when it comes to feeling worth something, the society that we live in, has went out of their way at times to make us feel worthless. So in our communities, to feel like we're worth something, we'll use shoes to do that. We'll use jewelry to do that. We'll use whatever it may be just so we can feel like we're somebody, right? And I can't knock my people because I understand the trauma that we've had to deal with in this country, right? So I understand it, but parents, it's about time that we begin teaching our kids about history and walking back to give them an understanding of everything we've been through, so we can start unlearning some of this shit that's not healthy for us. Because if you live in a household making shit $23,000 a year, ain't no way your mama should be buying you Jordans. But all too often, I see dysfunctional environments, dysfunctional household where the kid ain't even focusing on school, the kid ain't even focused on grooming himself, but he got some goddamn Jordans on. Like, that's a priority shift that needs to take place. You know what I mean? So, back to the, I know I went on a tangent there, but back to the second business, KociClothing.com with my boy Kwame Curry, KociClothing.com. So go to shopkoci.com. That's ShopKoci.com. Shopkoci.com. Go to the website today. Very, very nice website, and he has a plethora of different type of clothing for men, women, and children, hoodies, different collections. Check the brother out. Now, let's get everything popping with the news stories, family. Like I just told you,